Hola, buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien. Me llamo Señor Hodge, and I'm going to teach you how to write dates, fechas, in Spanish. Now, if we're going to write fechas in Spanish, first, let's think about how we write fechas in English, or how we say fechas in English. When we say a date in English, we usually mention the month first, and then we mention the number, that is to say, the day of the month second. So, for example, October 12th. October came first, because that's the month, and 12 came second, because that's the number. Or May 6th, April 17th. You'll see in English, if we're just saying dates, we say the month first and then the number second. In Spanish, we're going to do that in reverse. We're going to say the number first, and then we're going to say the month. So in Spanish, dates are going to sound like this. The 4th of April, the 9th of February. Now, we can speak like that in English, and it makes perfect sense, but it sounds a little bit more formal, a little bit more fancy than how we normally talk. We normally just say April 4th, February 9th. But in Spanish, we have to do it in this formal way. The 4th of April, the 9th of February. So, the first thing we need is the Spanish word for the. We've gone over 4 thes in Spanish class because there's 4 different thes in Spanish. And there's one that we're always going to use with fechas. That is el. That means the. Always, 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 we're going to use el when we are writing out fechas in Spanish. Next, we need the number of the day of the month. So let's pick a date. Let's say we're going to do 5/12. Here we plug in the day. So not the 5, but the 12. Because we're going to say the 12th. Now, we don't actually have to write TH by the 12. We can just put 12, okay? The 12th. And we need the Spanish word for of, the 12th of May. So of in Spanish is D-E. And you pronounce it day. Now, it's not referring to day like the day of the week or the day of the month. It's de as in of. The 12th of, and then you need to plug in your month. In this date up here, I have 5. 5 refers to our month, but unfortunately we can't just write that 5 here. We gotta figure out what does this cinco mean. So if you're not sure, think about your months in English: January, February, March, April, May, or in Spanish: enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo. You can even look over here and count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mayo. So we write in mayo. And then we have written our date. El 12 de mayo. Not so hard, is it? Are there any questions? Yes, Jake?
Yo ho, hero. Do we have to capitalize the months in Spanish?
That's an excellent question. Actually, we don't. Now, it is easy to make that mistake since in English we do capitalize months. And so let me fix this, make it more clear that this is not a capital M. Sometimes I might make the mistake, but you just like I we need to be careful not to capitalize those months of the year. Okay? Good question. Any more questions? Yes, musical mouse. That's not a question. Can we do more practice? Excellent idea. Let's do it. I'm gonna write a date, and I want you to write it out in Spanish. Let's see. Let's do the date 7/19. Okay, now, what do we write first? Clifford?
You write el, Spanish word for the.
Yes, that is correct. And what comes next? Scary Gorilla Man?
19.
Yes, that's correct. And what comes next? Musical Mouse? Yes. And lastly comes what, Jake?
Our team treasure chest.
No, that's not right. We gotta figure out what the siete stands for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Julio. El 19 de Julio. There we go. So, if we're writing 5/12, it's el 12 de mayo. If we're writing 7/19, it's el 19 de julio. Do you think you learned this? I hope so. Let's do some more practice.